Okay, so we want to look at the test that we had for our 7th graders, and it was exactly what we had done on the assignment. So in this one, let's make it a little bit bigger. We're just going to pair it up, and in this case, we're going to pair up the smallest and the biggest. So we'll do 3 plus 47, and we're going to add that to the 13 to go with the 37, and you can see a pattern that this is 50 and this is 50, and we're going to do that 5 times. We're going to have 23, so we get 10 bigger, but the other one gets 10 smaller. 27, also 50. 33 will pair up with the 37. With the 17, okay, also 50. And finally, we'll pair up the 43 and the 7. 50. And say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 50 times 5 equals 250. Now for the second one, 1.24, we do exactly the same thing. I'm going to pair them up, but but not exactly, because we're going to pair up in this order. So it's the biggest with the smallest, but they line up in a different way. So we can just say there, 1 with the 99, 2 with the 98, 3 with the 97. The 51 is going to go with the 49 and the 50. Now, I had some students who said to me, well, there's 5 numbers here. So the tricky thing here is that plus dot 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 plus. This is why we're using this curriculum. This is what you do when you get to high school and college. You look at bigger problems, but you don't write them completely out. So this gives you a way to write out, okay, enough to know the pattern and then say that I don't want to write all 50 numbers, but you can do that problem. Okay, so now you say, all right, each time I do this, I'm going to get 100, 2 plus 98, 3 plus 97. So altogether, 50 plus 50 is 100. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 50. So I have 100 times 50. So I put an extra 0. I do 5 times 1 is 5, and I do my zeros here. So I'll have 5,000. Now, 1.33, it's true that you could multiply this out and say it was 2 to the 5th times 5 to the 5th, but the insight that you want to get from this is that I can rearrange it into 2 times 5, and another 2 times 5, and another 2 times 5, and they match up. I have 5 2s and 5 5s. And why do I want to do 5s? Because the best thing to have when you're multiplying is 10. So I got 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10. And so you could write that, a shorthand way would be 10 to the 5th, okay, and that equals a 1 with 5 zeros. So if we make our 5 zeros, we say, oh, that's 100,000. So you could write it either way there, 100,000. Now, here's one where I saw a lot of people doing a big, long addition, and often you get it wrong because it's hard to add 10 numbers together. So what you want to do is you want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so instead of doing repeated addition, you do multiplication. 4, 5, 6 times 10. Okay, so 4, 5, 6 times 10. Okay. All right, so again, anytime you find yourself doing a big calculation in AOPS, that means you probably didn't see this insight, so we multiply by 10 just to add a 0. Okay, so this one I suggest maybe draw a number line for it. So we draw this number line and we say minus 10, minus 9, minus 8, go all the way down to 0, and then you go 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 9, 10. So everything in between, 10, 11, 12. So again, you could add these all up, but if you look and say, well, I have a minus 10 and a 10, and I put those two together and it's 0. I have a minus 9 and a 9, and I put those together and get 0. And so that's going to happen for 8 and -8, -1 and 1, for everything in between. And so then all that's left is the 11 and 12. So, and you say, okay, well, 11 plus 12 equals 23. So for this one, the last one, the key thing to see is that 105 times 2 is 210. So we're going to try to simplify this. We don't want to multiply anything out. So we'll say 2 times 105 times 5 plus 105 times, okay, you can put the dot there. If you have parentheses, you know it's also a multiplication. So we've got that. And now we just say, well, I'm going to rearrange this commutative property times 5 plus 105 times -9. And then I'm going to use associative property and say, I don't really want to multiply 105 and 2, so I'm going to change it to have 105 times 2 times 5. So there's that 2 times 5 again, making 10. Okay? And we have 105 times -9. Okay? So we say, oh, I have 105 times 10, and I have 105 times -9. Maybe there's something I can do to consolidate that. Well, it's not so obvious, but if you use a smaller number, like say you get $5 an hour, and you work for 3 hours. And then the next day, you're still working for $5 an hour, and you worked for 4 hours. Well, you could say, well, it's $15 plus $20, but you could also say, well, I got $5, and I did that for 3 hours and 4 hours. And you say, oh, and that's 7 times 5. And we can do the exact thing, same thing up here. So we do 105 times 10 plus 105 times -9. And we say, well, wait, we've got 105 times two different things. So it's 105 times 10 plus -9. Oh, but 10 plus -9, so we have 10 positive and -9, so that just leaves us with 1. So we have 105 times 1, we just have 105. So there again, there's usually some way to make a problem simple enough you don't need a calculator at all.